court, extra pass. And it goes for the win! For the win! Gone! He did it! Now, it's Page off balance. To top. Gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
FirstPRO 360, what is happening? The Pool Boys are back for your second recap video of March Madness. The tournament has been wild. I need to clarify a few issues that came up in the last video, so just FYI, this is a microphone. We use it to speak so you can hear us clearly-ish. But anyway, some people see other things. I mean, I don't know what that's all about. Not for me to judge. You do you. But anyway, let's jump right into this crazy, wild tournament and get a recap of what happened this past weekend. All right, this tournament has been nuts and probably the craziest on record. I certainly don't remember anything crazier than this, but to highlight, this is the first time that not a single #1 seed even made it to the Elite Eight. Not even the Elite Eight.
That's bananas. We're talking about a goose egg from the 1 seed. So if you went chalky, not doing too well here. All #1 seeds gone. And so talking about in the Elite Eight, anybody see that? Or this was a Sweet 16 when Kansas State was playing Michigan State. The point guard, Marquis Noel, had the play of the tournament because it looked like he was arguing with his coach, like, no, I want to run this way. And all of a sudden, he chucks up basically a half-court alley-oop to his boy to take the lead with under a minute left in overtime. Wild.
Unreal.
Kansas State Wildcats.
Unreal. Florida Atlantic in that same region, they just keep rolling. The Cinderella, they got the slipper on, it's fitting. They take out Tennessee, then they roll on to beat Kansas State as well. They're heading to the Final Four as a 9 seed.
Yeah, raise your hand if you had the Owls. No. And then now, talking about those Owls, the Final Four is set. So we got the San Diego State University Aztecs going up against those Florida Atlantic Owls. And on the other side, we got the Miami Hurricanes going against the Huskies of UConn. So we got a little Florida teams, we got some tropical, then we got cold Northeast, but then the West Coast. Great Final Four. It is set. Time for the madness to complete next weekend.
Let's go.
Okay, now that we saw what's been going on in the actual tournament, let's talk a little bit about what you guys want to hear and what we're here for. Let's talk about your pool. So, Kim, why don't you go give out our first badge?
You know what this first badge is, and they stay there, and it's going to Dawn DSL. That's what I'm talking about. Dawn is your leader heading into the Final Four. We could not be more stoked. We could not be more jazzed about someone who was in the caboose last year rising to the top this year. She's got 74 points. Dawn, I have to tell you, that is the most points of anyone in any of the pools that we're running right now. Awesome job. I loved your beach location strategy. It worked out beautifully. You got 2 Final Four teams left. Miami, San Diego State. Love it. And you still got points remaining if San Diego State can beat Florida Atlantic. So good on you. Who's laughing now?
Who's laughing now? Dawn, from the caboose to the penthouse. Love it. Love it. All right, so we've seen Dawn's meteoric rise. So now we're going to talk about some people who, might not have been in that first leaderboard. But you know what? It's not how you start. It's how you finish the race. Because guess what? These people are coming in like a wrecking ball to crash the top 10. So you got to get up to Ethan McCown, who jumped all the way to 4th. That's what I'm talking about. Yet Serena, Kemper jinxed her in college football, but not this time because she has jumped her way to 7th. Wags also jumped to 7th. And Aaron, future wrecking baller maybe?
Aaron is out there like 18th place, but is the only person who can potentially bring down Dawn.
Exactly. So be careful.
Rock her like a hurricane. Here she goes.
Watch out. Rock you
take a
like a hurricane on a wrecking ball. That is just a force of nature to be reckoned with.
I don't know. Oh. So the leaderboard looks like so. You've got DSL at the top. Dawn, #1 spot. Neil Ellison, your fearless leader, #2. How about that? Brent Lanier, 3rd spot. Great job, Brent, coming from the tuba section. Now he's in the top 10. You got Ethan McCown at 4th, as we talked about, tied with Paula and Robert. Great job by all of you guys. Serena and Wags tied at 7th, wrecking their way into the top 10. Judd at 9th, and Austin Porter rounding out the top 10. Great job for all you guys. It's been a nuts kind of a year. So kudos to you for getting your brackets this good.
Anytime you're getting on a top 10, especially this year, well played. So good job. So we're going to keep riding that fun gravy train. All right. So as mentioned, it's been a crazy year, some tough picks. But our next badge is called It Is Easy Being Green. Okay. So we're going to highlight those who had a pretty dang good, region. So we're not saying you got your whole region correct because no one did that. Too crazy. but we are going to highlight those who got good sub-regions correct. So it's going to look a little bit of something like this. You know, it's seeing a lot of good green in a row, in a chunk. Love it. Okay, so it is easy being green. So first we're going to highlight the bottom of the West region. You know, Kansas was the 1 seed. They got knocked out early, so that was probably rough. But this is where you kind of went chalky, went by seeds. So you got to get up to Brent Lanier, Serena, Lil Alpal, and Emma Wan. You know, the bottom of that West region, they were looking really good. It was easy being green. Now we're going to shift over to the Midwest. You know, that's where Houston was at the top. So, oh my gosh, Robert actually had a great green region at the Midwest top. So he saw Houston kind of faltering a little bit. Great job. So now sticking in the Midwest region, we're going to look at the bottom half of that one. And Tina, it was very easy being green for you because you had some great picks. So give it up for all our Kermits out there. It was very easy being green. Good job. Good job. Love it.
Unfortunately, in the opposite of getting green picks is red picks. And so our next badge is seeing red. And this goes to our dear friend, Lindsay Nelson. Lindsay, she had a tough South region, especially in the bottom, and the West region, especially on the bottom. We're talking no correct picks after the first round. Like, it was brutal. The whole sub region was gone in both of those. I mean, it was tough sledding. Now, I will say, you were the only person in any of our pools to pick Florida Atlantic in the Final Four, and look who's laughing now. You rode the Owls all the way to the Final Four, so kudos on you. You knew something nobody else did. I'm giving you props for that. But these two regions, pretty brutal. The sub regions, very brutal. Just seeing red. Your bracket looked more like something like that, you know, than
something like that. You know, just
seeing green.
Channel your inner anger, the inside out, or as Kemper's kids call them, colors. I like that.
Colors.
I'm just gonna refer to that movie as colors. All right.
Sense.
Enough of kind of a little being down on some red picks. You know, we all had them. Everyone had a lot of red picks. But now it's time to celebrate those, you know, with the Final Four picks. So you got to give it up. This person nailed it. Got all Final Four picks correct. They're getting our Nailed It badge. Give it up to... Nope. Nobody. Nobody got 4. But there's what the badge looks like. This is what you would have gotten. It's fantastic.
Would have been cool.
It's fantastic.
Would have been cool. Yeah. How about 3? How about 3? How about the 3 amigos?
The 3 amigos!
No. Nobody.
Nope. Okay, moving on. All right, dust it off. Oh my gosh. It is time to give out our dynamic duo badge, because that means you got 2 Final Four teams, right? One Batman and Robin. And oh my gosh, we got someone to hand it out to. That's right, DSL Dawn. Because Miami, the Batman, to SDSU, your Robin, you got that dynamic 2 Final Four teams correct. You were one of only 2 people in all of our pools, all of our class, all the ones we went through. You're one of 2 people to have 2 Final Four teams. So Dawn, that's what I'm talking about. Dynamic duo. Holy Final Four picks, Batman.
Holy cow. Great job, Dawn. All right. We did have a few people who at least got 1 Final Four team, and we wanted to celebrate them because of the year it's been. So they get the badge because they're the Neo. They're the 1 in the Final Four. So those who picked UConn correctly to reach the Final Four, we got Neil Ellison, Brent Lanier, and Wags. Kudos to you. Great job. How about Florida Atlantic? Lindsay Nelson. Let's go, Lindsay.
Hey.
And Miami, we mentioned Erin. Look out for her. She's got them winning the whole thing. That would wreck some people. And then Ethan McCown, picking Miami in the Final Four. Great job to those guys. You at least got 1. And this year, that's saying something. It's a crazy year.
Whoa. I know how to pick 1 Final Four team. Whoa. All right. But now...
Kung Fu bracket.
Kung Fu bracket. That's my bracket. Kung Fu. All right. But now, unfortunately, there are those who picked 0, which means you get nothing. Good day, sirs and madams. That's right. You are getting our You Get Nothing badge because you got 0 Final Four picks correct.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. You're a crook.
So you're drinking the fizzy drink. You stole the everlasting gobstopper, so you lose. Well, you don't lose. You just didn't get any Final Four teams. So unfortunately for Paula, Robert, Serena, Judd, Austin Porter, Grandpapa, Lil Alpal, Chris Herron, Emma Wan, Alex A. Does that mean your trophy is in jeopardy here? McBracket tied on top. SM Quad Ones. Tina, Will Lamb, and Melanie S. You get nothing. Good day. No Final Four teams correct.
No Final Four. Yikes. Tough year. Tough year. Better luck next year.
Better luck.
All right. And finally, we've still got someone hanging out in the caboose. And again, one of our all-time faves. It's Lindsay Nelson Caboose, hello from the caboose. Lindsay is hosting a party back there, just FYI, especially to those who got nothing and lost in the last badge. You're all welcome. She's pulling up the drink cart. She's handing out drink tickets. Everyone's invited. Lindsay's a great host. She's a hostess. She's going to have a great time back there. So y'all get down there. Even with Florida Atlantic in the Final Four, still in the caboose. I was a little surprised by that, but no fear. Lindsay, you did great in football. You're going to be back next year. We got faith in you.
We got you. So let us just say, firstPRO 360, it's been a wild tournament. Sweet 16 Elite 8 in the rearview mirror. Now it is time to put our sights on the Final Four and the National Championship. Still a lot to be played for. Our champion is still yet to be crowned, so we can't wait to see what happens. So until next time, the Pool Boys are